Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video I'll be reviewing the monster Barbatos Direct from level 1 to 100, and then we're going to go ahead and take it to battle. So you can obtain this monster right now from the Legends Pass for absolutely free. You just have to do some challenges, get up to like 1620 points or something like that, and then you can go ahead and get the egg for absolutely free once again. But anyways, today I'll be doing a review. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, smash like button, subscribe, notifications on. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, we have Barbatos Rex here ready to be fed, and I do like the design, I've got to say, but I honestly prefer the original Barbatos design. Maybe that's just me, I like that one more. But yeah, this is basically the mythic version of the legendary monster Barbatos, and so I won't be surprised if this monster has like life removal. Look at that. So it removes 15% of total life from itself, gives an extra turn. Apparently he actually does have some skills like that related to the original Barbatos. Alright, so now that we have him to level 100, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. So you have about 10,681 strength, okay, and then 120,640. That's the lowest life stat in the game, guys. I'm talking about like in terms of like Doom monsters, of course. 128,640 is actually pretty low. 7,546 speed. Alright, let's take a look at the traits. Demon, status effect, have a 20% less accuracy against it. Immune to Burn Knight and Ignite. So yeah, the Burn and Ignite, I mean, that comes in handy in some cases, but look at this. Hellfire immunity. I think this is the first monster that actually has Hellfire immunity, if I'm not mistaken, besides having like immune to torture, of course, things like that. But take a look at this. Status caster freeze immunity. At start of battle, applies freeze immunity to itself. Okay, I kind of wish this was like a 50% damage boost or something like that. That would have been a lot better. But overall, I think the traits are alright, I guess. Could have been better though. Anyways, open the gates. I think that's also the same, like the name of that skill, the ultimate. It's actually the same as the original Barbatos' ultimate. But anyways, deals very heavy dark damage to all enemies, applies 3-turn death countdown, and Hellfire to all enemies. Oh wow, alright. Let's see what else we have here though in terms of skills. True Hellfire, deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, applies Hellfire to all enemies. So it's an AoE dark damage that applies Hellfire. That's good. Kind of like Lord Inheritor basically. Literally just like Lord Inheritor's skill. Oh yeah, this skill applies double damage and bleed to itself, gives an extra turn. So it does make you weak. The bleeding does make you weak. I just wish he was kind of immune to like bleeding or something like that. Like if he had Abomination, that would have been really sweet for this monster. Blood Offering deals a moderate dark damage to all enemies, applies bleeding, and removes 10% of total life from all allies. So in total, you're basically removing 30% from everybody. Wow. Dang. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can go ahead and equip it. Let's see what else we have here though. Rulers of Pain deals insane dark damage to an enemy, removes 20% of total life from all allies. Oh my gosh, this monster. They just had to make it like this. Lover of Pain deals a massive dark damage to an enemy, removes 30% of total life from itself. Wow. Come on, SPA, really? So you do have an AoE bleeding, an AoE Hellfire, and then this is a single target. Honestly, I'd rather have just one AoE skill. I'm gonna keep two single targets. And then one AoE, which is going to be this one, okay? And then this one just gives you the double damage. I mean, that's just a self-support, okay? But here, if you want to go with Blood Offering, you can go ahead and use this. Devil Form applies damage boost to itself, removes 15% of total life from itself, gives an extra turn. So this is like an extra turn to yourself if you want that. Last but not least, Hellblow, low dark damage to all enemies. This is a 0 cooldown, and last but not least, it deals very heavy dark damage to one enemy, removes 20% of the total life. This is a spammable skill as long as you have, well, actually you don't really need any stamina that I said. So basically it's a spammable skill. But this one, 0 cooldown, 30 stamina, you do need 30 stamina in order to continue spamming that if you want. But overall, I do see that most of the skills require like over 40 stamina, which kind of sucks. So it requires quite a lot of stamina there. And also, besides all of that, another thing I've noticed is that all of his skills are dark elements, so against his own elements he won't be very strong, right? So everything will just be weak. In terms of relic, you have double sword. Oh my gosh, really? Dang, that's not good. I wish there was some type of like a regen, like an amulet. Amulet would have been nice for this monster. You know, you could regenerate your stamina. Sorry, not stamina, your health basically. But one of the relics I do recommend giving would be the Cane Sword, so you can actually regenerate some some of your life back, you know what I mean? So you can heal with this. And another sword you can do, you can either do another cane sword if you want, or you can do like a laser beam sword, wingsuit sword, or even, for example, Lord Nebuchadnezzar's sword. That also works out. But I'm gonna do this laser beam sword, so this is what I'm gonna go with. So in terms of runes, I recommend giving in 2 strength and 1 speed. You can also do 2 speed and 1 strength, so both of those setup works. And last but not least, guys, in terms of relics, like I'm talking about the talent, once you get this monster ranked up to like rank 1 or so, Demon Wings works pretty good, because remember, you can remove your life by percentage, so this monster's life will be pretty down, right? So when it's down below 50%, those extra turns will actually kick in, so you can basically continue dealing more damage to the enemy by having extra turns. So this monster is not high ranked enough, so I can't really take it to PvP because it'll die really fast. So we're gonna have to basically test it out in adventure map. But here's the thing, guys, if you have any healers, I do recommend pairing this monster up with healers. For example, here I'm using Chuckle Muckle. Another thing is, you can probably go with this monster right here, which gives immune to torture to everybody as a status caster, so that's actually pretty helpful. And here's what I mean, okay? So here's the thing, here's what we're gonna do. Applies immune to torture and control. Okay, we could go with that to this monster, even though we already have torture immunity, but whatever. We can also do this pyrophobic shield if we want, so for example, we could do that. And now look, so if I want to do, for example, this double damage with the bleeding, right? Look at this, it gives you an extra turn, right? The double damage, and the torture will miss because I'm immune to torture there, you know what I mean? So that's gonna help you out. You won't get hit with bleeding, that way you won't be weak. Now I can do my AoE Hellfire here, dealing the damage just fine, you know what I mean? But if the bleeding was there, it would have made me a little weak, which would have sucked. So we're gonna go ahead and charge up again, and charge up again. Okay, so here we can actually use any of the life removal skills. So this one deals quite a lot of damage. This is a 70% power, by the way. It's really powerful. This is his most powerful skill right here, the Lover of Pain. 61k damage, and it removes 70,000 life from me, you know what I mean? So yeah, sadly it did remove life from me, and that's just the way it works. Now what you can do is carry like a healer once again, and that healer can continue healing you over and over again, applying life regen left and right, you know what I mean? That way this monster doesn't die really fast. So here, yet once again, we go ahead and use an AoE that removes life from us, so we can charge up, and then the life regen will basically kick in again and heal us up. And then we can do pyrophobic shield here, charge up. And sadly, I ran out of stamina, so that's something that he kind of lacks on. And honestly, in my personal opinion, I don't think this monster will really be meta, okay? I don't think anyone would really use this monster in a competitive scene. Unless, of course, they have some type of play, of course. But, like, especially for PvP, I don't really see this monster being used as much. I don't think anyone would really want to use it. But again, some really nice monsters that you could pair it up with would be P3 or 3 and any healer on the side, you know what I mean? So you can continue regenerating life. So here we can do this, remove the 30% of life, we charge up, and then heal up yet once again, so the monster doesn't end up dying soon, you know what I mean? But in actual battle, of course you'd go with a different monster than Barbatos Rex, but if this is your only monster, then it's going to be a little risky, especially you know, on what's called Team Wars. Team Wars, you got to be really careful with this monster, because he can actually make you lose a coin. He can actually do that. I'm gonna do my double damage, and the thing is, even though I did my double damage, I ran out of stamina because I don't have any relics that's going to help me, you know, continue regenerating stamina. So we could do this, and then we can go ahead and deal some damage. Look, even PTR3 is dealing more damage. I mean, I get it. It's basically, nature versus magic, but still. Okay, we can heal here if we want. Let's go ahead and do that. We heal everybody and give stamina, and then we can do this Hellfire effect yet once again. We reset it, and then we can just finish it off with this monster, of course. Alright, so I thought it would be fun to actually take him against his legendary version, which is going to be the Barbatos, the original one. But anyways, I went ahead and switched it up a little bit. I'm going to be using this team here. So we're going to go ahead and charge up the first 2 turns, and then we can go ahead and do like an AoE evasion here, and then we can do this. The bleeding won't really land, and then the turn right after we can do the AoE Hellfire, applying that torture that will actually deal damage every turn. So I guess you can kind of start off with that, you know, AoE torture, the Hellfire every turn, or in the beginning at least, okay? And then what you can do here is go with this 30% of total life, And I don't think it'll really remove the life, will it? Nope, I have evasion. So yeah, another monster that you can pair it up with would be this little hamster or rat, whatever you want to call him. I forgot his name. The Slumpster. So you can actually pair it up with him if you have him, or any other monsters that basically applies evasion to, of course, this monster. That way he won't really remove any of his own life. You know what I mean? So look, the monster's almost dead. Look at that. He gave an extra turn and he died. Oh man, both of those guys are so weak. Alright, so what I can do is charge up, and then I could do Rulers of Pain, and guess what? This will eliminate the monster and it won't remove any life from me because, of course, I have evasion. And if there was evasion on everybody else, then they wouldn't have really taken any damage either. So anyways, we can do this and GG's. That's going to be pretty much it for today's monster review on the monster Barbatos Rex. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments down below whether you think this monster will be meta or not. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.